Okay, hi Professor. Our group did the project named the Second-Hand Trading System, and our group member is Huimin. It's me and Yumiao. The outline of our presentation is first the introduction, then the code demo, then the code review, and last the future plan. The first part is introduction. In this part, I'm going to talk about the project description and structure and functionalities of the system. First, this is the short description of the project. This project is mainly work on the trade of the second-hand textbook on WKU. The older trade system is worked on the QQ group, but in that way, the number of trade person has its limitation, and the trade has not a good standard. For example, the seller only provides a picture and one sentence to describe it. The buyer may have problem like the product's function is not matching with the image. The students on WKU can use this application to sell their textbook, to buy the textbook, and to buy the textbook from others. As for the structure, the whole application contains 4 subsystems: account management subsystem, information center subsystem, store subsystem, and chat room subsystem. Account management subsystem is managing the account creation and account management. User can change their personal information, post the trade information, and check their orders on the information center subsystem. The store subsystem charts the display, the textbook information, search textbook, and payment. The chat room subsystem has the functions of sending and receiving TXT file information for chatting, blogging, and so on. Then, the functionality of the system is the system aims to provide WKU students with an online market for second-hand textbook for them to exchange or sell second-hand books. The main body of the system is designed as a client server system. Each student can register an account with their key email, and after that, users can log in the system and search the book's interest. In the meanwhile, this system allows users to upload their textbooks. In addition, if the sellers and buyers want to discuss about the price, the system also provides a chat room for them. The second part is the code demo. It includes the code revision and the demo part. For the code revision, first one is I noticed that in every PXP file, where it requires the connection with database, it needs the code like connection, MyCircle, connect, and push 3 parameters, like this line of code to connect with the local database. So in each file, it will have the duplicate code. I think it's not good to maintain. So I extract the database connection out into a PHP file named dpu2.php. And the content of this file is like show here. It includes the database name and host name, username, password, and the connection. And all of those parameters can be changed due to your computer environment. And the advantage of this revision is this increases the portability of the code. And if the system is to be deployed on a new system, you only need to change the variables once in the dbu2.php file. Then I also noticed that you put on the CSS code in one file. if some property in one page is different from the same property in another page, it will be really hard to maintain the file. And putting all the CSS into one file makes this file too long and will cost more time to revise code. So I divided the file into separate small files: login register.css, main.css, and search.css. In this way, you can better utilize the different cascading styles and easier to maintain the code. Then I will show you the demo of this system. First, I already opened Apache server and MySQL server by XAMPP. And I used the PHP Storm to work as SDE. It's loading the project now. Now let's run code. This is the main page of the second-hand trading system. First, we need to log in, but we didn't have a account, so we've registered. Give a name like demo. Okay, demo and Kimberly do. Password and confirm password. Register. Okay, it tells you you register successful. So now enter the email and password. Login. Yes, it means you login successful. And to see whether your account is in the database, you can see here. It's already put in the database. And now I show you the search function. Here you can enter like Java, and this is the title of the book, and click search. Yes, it tells you the result is found. And this page shows you the result. And on sale is yes. It means that you can buy this book. It's available now. And we didn't put the other functions like buy and the pay. And if we want to add this function, we just like add a button here, like buy, and the user can buy the book. And this is the database. Only 2 books is put into the book list. So like this. Then the third part is the code review. I will explain some content in our change list. This is the outline, and I will explain each one later. The first problem is the duplicate code. In these files, login submit, register submit, and this, they have a repetitive line of code. Is this one? In this way, if developers want to deploy the system in a new computer, they have to change the line of code in each PHP file, which costs a bunch of time to revise the code and is prone to making mistakes. Actually, we already have solved the problem by adding a configuration files, which discussed before. By adding this file, when changing environment, developers only need to change one time rather than change the piece of code in every PHP file. The second problem is better not use echo to notify users. In these 4 files,